able to watch this. I hope this inspires you. We're back live on YouTube. Understanding. I got a better understanding of what I need to say online. Before I start, should you watch this now or later on, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch. If you're watching this by way of TikTok, keep this in mind. This is being transferred over to the YouTube page, We Ride for a Cure. And what I would like to do before I start, I want to make sure that anything and everything that I say before I start has a note behind it. Again, I am a survivor of stage 2 colon cancer, and I'm now 8 years cancer free. And the information that I express is for the intended purpose of what we call edutainment. Thank you all for watching. Again, I'm on TikTok as well as YouTube. This video will be recorded and downloaded on the YouTube page. This journey is not a take a pill and then you're straight in 24 hours. People are dealing with cancer, they're dealing with diabetes, they're dealing with issues and where it may lead to a person in hospice. And people are scared. And they're trying to figure out how they are going to, unfortunately, live their last days because they're scared about what's going on in their lives. What I like to do is to keep a person motivated during this journey. If I give anybody any encouragement, that's a train in the background. I stay right by a train, so you may hear a train in the background humming. Tony, thank you for the congratulations. But it was all by way of the Most High, and I want to keep everybody in tune with that right there. You can defeat cancer. You can defeat it. It is not a death sentence. It is a warning to you from your body, letting you know that there's something wrong. And it's giving you a certain amount of time to fix it. These are the lessons that I learned from my elder. What I learned from my elder about defeating the big C is that you must understand the mission and why you have this issue. And getting a better observation of what's going on will help you deal with this in a much calmer manner. In the same way that if you catch a cold, there are things that you can do to stop a cold, to getting that issue out of your body so that you can continue correct. Okay, this is where you have to take that same approach in saying, the next step is taking the right procedure. I've always spoken to my clients, if you don't know what it is that you're dealing with, then you're not going to know exactly how to combat it. Again, apologies for the train in the background. You have to get a better idea of what's going on with your body. Entered into my life and the lessons that I learned. I'm not going to stay on this all night because it's late. I'm a late head. But what I will explain to you all, if you all are willing to listen, is what happened to me with a bleeding rectum. Come to find out 2 weeks later, after seeing a polyp in my colon, that it had a tumor on there. And that tumor is the result of several things that I did not pay attention to. This is where the lessons that I learned from my elder that taught me how to deal with it and defeat it is what I'm giving you now and why back in 2019, a video that I made reached over 8 million people, and they're still looking at that video today. It's almost 9 million minutes, in which I call the regimen and my own supplements that by my elder taught me. I give these to people so they don't have to take alternative methods. They can do a healthy alternative. Okay? Now, I don't think I said anything. You have to learn what part of that body that's affected, how it operates, and what are the things that are necessary for that body part to continue operating properly. The first lesson that I learned about colon cancer was the colon heals extremely fast. Now, because I'm on this network, I will not say certain things because I don't want them saying I'm giving medical advice. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm giving you all some games. I want you to look up how long it takes for a colon to actually heal. And when I found that answer, I sat here and I was like, why is it that my holistic doctor, my friend, is teaching me this, but the doctors or practitioners didn't teach me this? That's because they didn't know. So guess what the next question comes out to be? Why didn't they know how quick the colon heals? And I learned that, and please take this to heart because I want to make sure you all are getting this. Practitioners at the hospitals do not practice naturopath. They practice allopathic. If anybody knows what that means, naturopath and allopathic, does anybody know what that means? If not, I'll explain it to you. You have one side that just says take a pill, take this pill. If that don't work, take this pill. If that don't work, take this pill until we find something that works. Or just substitutes what it's supposed to do. Then you have the naturopathic that says, yes, you take this. It may take a little bit longer, but it's only because your body is getting what it needs to naturally handle its business. So you may experience a longer waiting time. But when it is over, the waiting time is actually better because you no longer need this side. Do you understand? So when they give you this stuff from the allopathic, that means that only means that you're supposed to take it for a small period and wean off and get to the natural substances, because this does not nutrify or hydrate the body the way that the naturopathic stuff does. It only substitutes. Okay? It does not give you what you need. It gives you a subsidization. You got it? So what I want to explain to everybody, when you decide that you want to fight the big C, when you want to get healthier, you have to get yourself into training. You are in the corpse now. You are in for the long haul. You are programming your body, and you're telling your body for several months, up to 4 to 6 months, we are training ourselves to get rid of a problem so that we can get back to some type of normalcy in our lives, because this is offsetting my pathway. And that will require you to stop eating certain things. It may require you to do some exercises. It may require you to get into a different atmosphere. But you have to be ready for the long haul. You cannot expect something that took you years to develop in your body and then expect for it to get out of your body within 24 hours. And this is where the alternatives or chemical substances chemotherapy, and all these different things that they throw at you because they're looking for a quick fix. And that quick fix could damage your body worse than your body is going through at that moment. I want to express to you all some of the steps that you need to take. You need to dedicate yourself. If you have somebody in your family that has been diagnosed with the big C, the very first thing that I ask you all to do, and again, this video, now that I've gotten the blessings to get back on YouTube, so I had a little beef with them, this will be recorded, and you can go back to this video on my page, We Ride for a Cure, on YouTube. The very first thing that I suggest anyone to do, get your blood type first. If you do not know what your blood type is, it's like putting the wrong gas in your car. I hope you all understand it. Once you find out what your blood type is, you want to get a blood type dietary chart. That chart, according to your blood type, and I said this, I've been saying this for years, so this isn't something that I'm making up. I repeat this all the time for my clients. When I'm hired for a client, that's the first thing I ask them. Once you find out your blood type, you are going to get a dietary chart based upon your blood type. There are 3 categories. The first one is the acceptable stuff. That means the ones that you can eat, that's allowable, that you're supposed to eat. Then you have the mid-range, which is the yellow, which is the foods that's allowable but not too much. The third category is the red category, which is the foods that you're not supposed to eat at all. Once you start eating in the manner of the foods that you're supposed to eat, you want to get what is called an alkaline chart. The alkaline chart has a pH balance ratio of a 3.0, which is acidic, to a 6.0, which is going from an acidic to an alkaline. Then you got the 7.0, which is the beginning levels of alkaline, which is good, to a 10.0, which is an extreme alkaline. What I do is express to my clients, get that chart, and you want to immediately start eating the foods from an 8.0 range to a 10.0 range, and those are basically all of your fruits, all of your colored vegetables, all of your colored fruits. The darker the fruit, the higher the alkalinity. The less lighter the foods are, the lower the alkalinity. It doesn't mean that it isn't good. I'm just telling you that when you are, say, at a stage 4, you want to use the highest alkaline substances that's available, because that's going to rapidly start and get your body's metabolism up and the cells to get the oxygen that it needs, so that it can immediately start feeding the cells that have been denourished. Do you understand? Now, I haven't been on live like this in a while, so I hope I'm getting everybody's attention, because I don't want to lose anybody in this. Okay? After you do that, you're going to start creating your meal prep plans, meaning that every day you want to have a meal that's in that 8.0 to a 10.0 pH level alkaline rate. And this becomes an assignment for you. How much fruit are you eating every day? You're supposed to eat fruits 3 times a day. How much vegetables are you taking in? You're supposed to eat a certain amount of vegetables every day. At this point, if you are at a certain level and stages dealing with illnesses, you don't want to eat anything that's dead, because it could kill you. And I hope I don't get flagged for that. You want to have everything in your refrigerator that sprouts life. If you eat a hamburger, you want a veggie burger. You want to have life. If you eat soup, you want lentils, you want vegetable soups. You want life. Okay? You want to eat smoothies? Well, drink smoothies. You want to have fresh water. Everything that you're putting in your body is for the sole purpose of, after 45 minutes, the reaction that you have will allow you to go to the washroom, and you should come out of that washroom feeling a whole lot better. You want to eat foods that fight parasites in your body. You need to do a parasitical cleanse for 21 days along with a detox. You need to have fiber-rich foods and foods that have vitamin D, because you're going to get depressed because you're sad. Vitamin D helps you with that. Vitamin A, that also helps with depression. And vitamin E, because that's good for brain health, because that helps kick in everything. All right? There are other substances that you can get that are natural. I cannot talk about it on here because the video that I talked a lot about this on, they took it down. So I'm sorry. I can't speak on that. But you, the individual, though you may like the information that I'm giving you, or maybe somebody else, you still have to do your own research. You still have to do your own research. You still have to study exactly what you are dealing with. Cancer is not a death sentence. Cancer is a warning to you from your body, letting you know something's incorrect, and is giving you a certain amount of time to fix it. And you cannot fix it last minute. You cannot fix that situation last minute. You have to be able to look at this the same way that the United States of America, when they go to war with somebody, they have their teams, they have their spies, they have their secretaries, they have their generals, they have their Army, their Navy, their Air Force, and the Marines. They have their Delta Forces, they have their Special Forces, they have their Navy SEALs, they have Green Berets, whatever they need to get the job done. This is how you need to look at this situation. What do we need to do? What are the doctors saying you need to do? What is the book saying you need to do? What are the health consultants saying you need to do? And what are you doing as far as observation and studying exactly what you need to do to fix this situation? You cannot just depend on the practitioner. And I say this without being disrespectful, but I must say this from somebody that has had the experience of dealing with the practitioners. Okay? That man or woman does not know you personally. They do not know what you're going through, and they probably have never experienced what you have gone through. If you are blessed to find somebody that has gone through this and has survived it, you will get better information from this person because of their experience than a practitioner that's never been through it. They're only looking at it from a book perspective. They have never experienced feeling something in your stomach that's irritating you, feeling things behind your back, feeling weak, losing weight, going through depression. They have never experienced it. That's why, and I said this, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, I'm more of an expert with cancer than a doctor is. And I hope I don't get flagged for that. That's because I've been through it. That's why I tell a person, do not, and I repeat, do not do CHEMO. If that person that is trying to get you to sign up for it has never taken it, why would you trust that person? I'm telling you, you don't need it. What you need, before you decide to do anything harsh, do a 21-day detox. Before you decide to do anything, do a 21-day detox first. The Master's Cleanse is excellent. The 7-day fruit diet is excellent. The 3-day eating and fasting ritual is absolutely foolproof. These are techniques that I will make in videos so that you all will get a full understanding on how to do it. However, the Master's Cleanse is something that you can read up on. It works wonders, and in some cases, people notice the side effects of that, and I mean that in a good way, in less than 24 hours. Why? Because the body is pretty much trying to tell you something, but you guys are not getting the message because you're so caught up with everything else except what you need to do. And that's why a lot of us fail, because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. So again, find out your blood type. When you find out your blood type, go and get a blood dietary chart. When you find that blood dietary chart, then you get you an alkaline chart and start creating your food profile upon those charts, upon the alkaline chart, upon the blood type chart. Create a dietary plan. Lastly, your food consumption should not be any bigger than my two fists, because it allows your stomach to break down the foods a lot easier, giving you time to reset and heal. Do you understand? If you are not applying this every 3 months, you probably suffer from the following. You're overweight, you're bloated, you don't get a lot of good sleep, you're always tired, your feces smell like World War III, 4, and 5. You always got headaches. Some of you all may be experiencing gout. All of these things you're experiencing. Why? Because you have not given your body a detox. You're not practicing the law of fasting. Yes, your body needs a break too. You work, do you go to work every day? Do you work 7 days a week, sometimes 16 hours? Okay, do you agree that your body needs a break? You need to get some rest, right? All right. You eat every day, your body gets tired too, and it needs a rest from digestion. Your body is a muscle. When you eat, you need muscles to get all that food to go through one area of your body to the next. Your body is tired. Give your body a day off. And there's so many grateful benefits to fasting that I can't even count them. Not just getting rid of an illness, but it's also good for your youth. Because when your stomach goes out, that's when you get a lot of problems. Okay? So your stomach needs a break too, so that it can start breaking down all this old stuff that you had in your body for days. Your body needs to rest. Most issues with colds that people get when they get sick is because you got so much crap in you that has not came out yet that it becomes a virus. And guess who else enjoys what you leave in your body? Good old parasites. And those parasites are like little puppy dogs. And all of that food that you leave in your body is like the leftover food. And them dogs, or those parasites, are having a field day. And they just eating up all the leftover residue that has not been digested. And guess what those good old parasites do? That puppy dogs do. They urinate and they defecate in your body. And now you got regurgitated food that has now become feces and urine. And guess where it ends up in your body? All in your bloodstream. And now you sick Your skin color is darker. You feel terrible. You got sinus issues. All up in here. Sometimes you're constipated. Sometimes you feel as if you're hungry. And you're not hungry. That's just them itty bitty parasites making you feel hungry. And now you got the itis. You got the ism. Now every sweets that you chocolates, pops. Now you got the midnight cravings. You ain't got the midnight cravings. They got the midnight cravings because they're now possessing you. All because you won't take 21 days to clean out your body. Because you won't give your body a break. And just fast for a day. Drinking nothing but liquids. Tiara, I see you on there. Hey, how you doing? So this is what I am teaching people how to do. Thank you all for watching. You have to find out your blood type. Number one reason why people get colon cancer is because you don't do a detox. The number one reason why you get cancer, men, is because you are eating too much red meat that has been slaughtered, that has been stressed out before they give it to you, that you eat because you don't clean your meat out of all of the impurities. And now whatever that animal that you eaten dealt with before it was slaughtered, you feel. Colon cancer's agent is stress. And more meat eaters or men suffer from high cholesterol and stressed out issues, which also can cause you to have heart attack, stroke, etc. Now your body has to readapt to the new climate that you put into yourself by eating these foods that are not clean, eating these foods that are not healthy. And the more you do this, it's literally making a time B-O-M-B. I got to be careful what I say. And your body is trying its best to deal with all of this crap that you put in it. Get rid of stuff, and you keep packing it on. And it's trying to get rid of it, and you keep packing it on. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to have issues. You're not going to be feeling good. And then you got to get up in the morning to make them donuts. But learning how to eat properly, and you all don't know how to do it. I promise you don't know how to do it. But I'm going to give you some game tonight. Learning how to eat properly will help you avoid a lot of the problems that can happen to you or that can come your way in the future. You don't eat no more than this much. You don't eat more than this. This is your stomach right here. You see this? This is the size of your stomach. And when you eat within this capacity, if this is your meat, then this should be your vegetables. You should have more vegetables than the meat. Because it takes a minute for your stomach to break down all this so that it can go to your system. That it can be digested by way of your bloodstream. That way the nutrients that the bloodstream needs in order to feed from, it's going into your body. And that's how, if you eating good, you kind of feel that bulkiness, that healthiness, and sometimes that stuffiness. But if you eat correctly, you're not going to feel this. Not for long. Because your body's breaking it down. And you feel that strength in your hands. You feel a little bit more revived. And especially after you use the washroom. Like Ice Cube said in the song, "Today was a good day." You come out 10 pounds lighter. But you feel a lot better. That's because the body got what it needed, digested what it needed, and now it can move forward. I hope you all understand that. I hope that this was informative. This is the video that I just wanted to put out real quick. You got to be ready for the long haul. You cannot try and fight this stuff and think that it's going to be a one-day process. I dealt with cancer. I made many mistakes the first 6 months. But after that 6 months, after I realized what I was doing wrong, and my elder taught me what I needed to do, and I promise you all, I will make another video giving you all the lessons that my elder taught me. But that 21-day detox is what changed everything in my life experience. So I'm not going to go too heavy into it and what he gave me. But what I will tell you all is, before I go off, March of 2014, I'm already diagnosed with colon cancer. My elder got me on a regimen. Okay? He got me on a regimen. I went into the hospital the second time. Found out I wasn't doing my regimen correctly. He broke down exactly why he wanted me to do everything that I needed to do. Now I'm being cautious because the last time I talked about this, they flagged me. So I got to be careful. Okay? YouTube, I'm trying to be cool. When they expressed to me what was going on, I had a polyp on my colon, but it was a tumor that formed onto the polyp that was in my colon. So I know this camera is reversed. Your colon, this is my left side. Your colon is on your left side, okay? And right in that area, there's a little passageway that all of your food, when it's digested, it goes into the colon. And then it goes into the rectorial area, and then you do the number 2. So it comes out through there. Right in this area right here, right where the colon is, this is where most of your problems with colon cancer is developed. Because this food, before it leaves you, it sits right in this area, in the colon, before it goes through the anus. Okay? Right in this area right here. This is where a lot of your junk sits before it leaves out. And if it doesn't get out of your system at a certain time, just like a baby, when you don't change the diaper and it's done a lot of that stuff in there, guess what happens? The baby gets what? Diaper rash. And if you don't change the diaper, what's going to happen to the baby's bottom? It's going to be nasty up in there. All right. That's exactly what happens with people when they get colon cancer. Right up in this area right here. That stuff sits, it becomes acidic because it's not getting out. And then what's left over are small sores in the colon. And this is why you have to eat enough fiber and drink enough liquids to stay healthy. Okay? And then, just like you get pimples when you don't clean your skin, you collect polyps in the colon. A polyp is like a pimple to the colon. And when people experience rectorial bleeding, it's like that pimple being scratched on and bumped upon with all of the stuff that's coming out of your system. And now you got rectorial bleeding. Basically, you just popped the pimple that ain't, you popped the pimple in your colon. Okay? So, this is why you have to clean your body. You have to do a detox. You have to, at least once a week, give your body a break from food. Every 3 months, give your body a complete detox. Every 3 days, give your body a break. And watch how your body begins to react. Watch how much waste or weight you all lose. See how good you feel. You're going to notice that you're going to be waking up early in the morning without an alarm clock, because now your body's tuning itself in. I can't make it any plainer than that. All right? So, I want to thank you all for watching this video. I promise you all, because I'm learning how to do more content, that if you have any questions and you would like a small video made about health concerns, I will try my best to be as professional about it as possible. If I can't answer the question because of the complexity of social media, what I will do is I will make a video dedicated to you so that you will get the best information on health awareness. But I ask that you all please, before you decide to take any harsh treatments such as CHEMO or Radiotron, what I'm talking about, please consider this first. I'm not selling anything. I have a product, but what I want you all to do first, get your blood type, get a blood type chart, get an alkaline chart, dedicate 1 month to do a complete detox first. And there's so many different detox programs that you can do before you decide to take any harsh treatments, and see how you feel, see how you look, see how much of the waste that you're going to lose. Thanks, Tam, my sister's online. See how much waste that you will lose first. Go to the doctor, get all of your paperwork, and study your paperwork. You can go to a holistic doctor. If you're in Chicago, go to Kemet on 75th. That doctor is beautiful. He will sit down with you. He will explain a lot of things that you're going. He's a doctor. Okay? There's a brother by the name of Yaki Awaken. I highly suggest that you get on his page and start listening to the information that he has. It's a study guide for you to get started. You can call him up and set an appointment. It's going to cost you a little bit, but it's going to be worth it. I remember I was trying to do a liver cleanse, and that brother reached out to me and got me something for my liver. Okay? And it is awesome. When I was on the regimen for 6.5 months before I had my last surgery. The doctors had noticed that my liver numbers were a little funny, and I told them that's because I am doing a liver cleanse. I've been on it for 6 months, so I already know. But I was having some funny sensations in my liver. Come to find out that if you drink Arizona iced tea substitutes sugar for high fructose corn syrup. That is the worst thing that you could partake in. Allow me to say this again. Arizona iced tea. I used to just because it's $1 doesn't mean it's good. They have high fructose corn. If you have diabetes, you should not be taking that stuff. You have a child, you should not be giving your children any drinks with that. They are saturated in the quote-unquote black community with substances that have high fructose corn syrup. There's a grocery store here where I stay at, and I see 80% of their substances, their food, has high fructose corn syrup, including the jellies, including the drinks, and other things that they have. This is what's killing our community. That's why Mother Nature gives us something every spring and summer and at the end of the fall. They're called dandelions. Dandelions grow very, very heavy in the black community. You know why? Because Mother Nature is always paying attention. You sneeze it, you breathe it out. Most of us don't realize we're inhaling over 40 viruses. You spit it out. You urinate it out. And Mother Earth recognizes it. It takes that in and it creates that which is needed to fight it. That's how powerful Mother Nature is. You know the Aztecs used to spit in their food, their seeds, before they put it in the ground? Because those seeds will sit up here and do, like a scientist, will break down exactly what it is in the atmosphere, and when it creates the plant or the food substances is able to fight the issue. Now the next time you go outside, look how many dandelions, those yellow flowers, grow in your neighborhood. And then see how many people in your neighborhood got diabetes, high blood pressure. Mother Earth knows what she's doing. That was one of the first lessons that I learned from my elder. All right? So, the more you see this, the more you practice this, the more you're going to begin to realize that a lot of the issues that we're having can easily be taken care of. Here's something I will leave with you all, and thank you all for watching. Thank you. I hope you all got something. Thank you for the likes. We had 196 likes. Thanks, Tam. My sister's on the other end. She's watching it by way of YouTube. Go outside. Here's a little assignment for everybody. It's not going to cost you any money. Maybe $5 at the most. I want everybody to go and get the following. I want you to go and find a bush. I want you to cut some of the bushes off of that bush. You know what I'm saying, the pines. I want you to get a pot, and I want you to boil some water, and I want you to put those bushes in there. Now, after you finish boiling that water, I want you to let it cool off. I want you to sift the water from the bushes. And then I want you to get a mason jar or a spray bottle. Okay? And I want you to take a little hydrogen peroxide. Right? And I want you to pour it into the spray bottle with the water that was just boiled with the pines. And then take some lemon or grapefruit, orange. I want you to squeeze the juice in there. Now what I want you to do next, I want you to do this every week. I want you to take that spray bottle and I want you to spray your floors, your ceilings, your walls, your doors. And you just created a sanitary spray. And it didn't cost you a dime. It didn't cost you much. And you can make it over and over and over again. There's no chemicals. It's going to cause any allergic reactions. And if you know anybody that has bronchial issues, it will clean the house up and watch how they start breathing better. 30 minutes. That's my gift to you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this small video. I know it's late. I should be going to sleep, but the grind is real. I'm finishing up my second book, the book of 36720, book number 2, The Journey Continues. And I got another book I got written out called Ella, Conversations with a Lady. It's a fictional book about a woman I met in 2019, and you're going to love it. If you all would like to experience more of these videos, follow me on the YouTube page, We Ride for a Cure. And I hope that you all got something from this video. Again, if you're on TikTok, I want you all to remember all of my videos that I make here. I not only do it on YouTube, I not only do it on TikTok, but I do it on YouTube as well. So this video will be on the YouTube page once I'm done. Thank you all very much. I command you to be great. I command you to be prosperous. I command you to be greater today than you were yesterday. That's my mantra. Please remember the ritual of water. Get you a water bottle. Get you a piece of paper. Write down your affirmations and what you would like to see manifested. Speak into your water every morning and every night before you go to bed. Try to do it 3 times a day to keep yourself motivated. I will be successful. Money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. Every day I'm getting better. All my dreams are coming true. I'm working hard to see goals manifested. I will not fail. I do not accept failure. I am more than enough. I am loved. I am grateful, and the Most High has blessed me in many ways. And as I am blessed, I bless back. Until next time, you guys be safe. I'll catch you all again. I'm trying to do another video. I hope you all been watching me. I hope you all learned something. That's the whole entire mission. Learn something. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the love. But did you learn something from this? Because I want to hear from you guys and see how things have worked for you. All right. Until next time. Peace.